Here we go. Tomorrow, Nebraska takes on undefeated Indiana in Bloomington for the biggest game of the Husker season so far. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my official game predictions for this matchup. Who's Nebraska's offensive and defensive MVPs? What are some statistic predictions for the Big Red? And then who wins? What is my score prediction between Nebraska and Indiana? So really quick, we have a lot to discuss in today's video. If you're pumped up about tomorrow, I know I am. Hit that like button. And hey, if you're new to the channel or still a returning viewer, make sure to subscribe. I post daily Nebraska football content, and I'm not slowing down anytime soon. So if you're a diehard fan, make sure to subscribe. You will be thanking yourself that you did. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over my game predictions for Nebraska versus Indiana. So as always, I'm going to be going over 5 in-game predictions, going over statistics, how the game's actually going to go. Then I'll give you my score prediction and my offensive and defensive MVPs. Let's start it off with my first game prediction. The Hoosiers get off to a hot start offensively. Listen, they have a top 10 offensive unit in all of college football. It's going to take time for this Nebraska defense to figure them out, especially in the passing game. For that reason, I expect Indiana to have a hot start, get the football first, take it down, get a field goal, get a touchdown. They will have the lead. Nebraska started slow the last couple weeks. I don't think that'll change, unfortunately, at least not right away. I'm not saying Nebraska loses this game. We'll get to my game prediction. We'll get to my score prediction. But Indiana has a hot start because this offense is very, very good. Number 2, Dylan Raiola breaks out. He has his best game of the season. Marcus Satterfield told you guys this is a prove-it game from him. He needs to have a good performance as our play caller. So for that reason, if the rushing game's struggling like it has been, trust your quarterback. Go away from it. I think that's what's going to happen. Dylan Raiola, he's going to ball out. He's been practicing very hard last 2 weeks. Again, he is just obsessive over his throws, over his work, his practice, his lifting, his film study, everything he does that's a high level. I think he's going to have a really, really good game. He's been focusing in on this game over the last 2 weeks. So the most throws he's had in a ball game so far has been versus Illinois, 35 attempts. I think it's going to blow that out of the water versus Indiana. I expect about 40 attempts for 350 yards, a couple touchdowns. He has his best game of the season. This passing offense does very well for the Huskers. Number 3, you guys will like this prediction. I think John Rhule will be perfect for Nebraska, 2 for 2. Now, I think we're going to fix a little bit over kicking issues during the bye week. We're going to have our snapping issues figured out. We're going to have our holding issues figured out. Now, is this long-term? We'll see. But for now, Nebraska will have their kicking issue figured out. Again, I don't know as of recording this whether Alvano or John Rhule's going to start. I assume John Rhule's going to start. Could be Alvano. But I think Nebraska's going to go 2 for 2. And that's critical, man. It's critical in a ball game like this. If you have an opportunity to score points, you need to make them, because Indiana, their offense is so good. They will take advantage. If you give them good field position or you give them a missed kick and they're going to take it the other way, they will score. So when you have an opportunity to get points on the board, take them. So I think John Rhule has a good performance. Does that stay the same the rest of the year? We'll see. But he goes 2 for 2 from the field. And yeah, hopefully we can take advantage as a team and win this football game because of it. Number 4, I think Nebraska has a new breakout player this week. Of course, we saw James Williams break out versus Rutgers. We've seen guys like Sia Wright break out. We've seen guys like Corey Barney break out. Emma Johnson's had really good games. Who breaks out this week? Carter Nelson is my guy here. Listen, in a game like this, where you need to probably put up around 28 points to win, at minimum, you need as many playmakers on the field as possible. So I think Carter Nelson, they're going to get him going throughout the week at practice, get him accustomed with his playbook a little bit better. They're going to get him on the field because they know how much of a weapon he is, how athletically gifted he is. So I think he gets involved early. Fedoni hasn't been playing well over the last couple of weeks. Nate Borcher hasn't played well. I don't know if Carter Nelson necessarily plays at tight end just because he's not big enough, but he'll get on the field. I think he'll have about 55 yards, 5 catches, and a touchdown, and just add some spark in this offense. I don't know if he'll play the entire game. I don't expect him to. We'll see maybe 10, 15, 20 snaps at most, but get him in the ball game. We'll see what happens, because I think Carter Nelson's electric, and I really, really like him as a player. So I think he breaks out. Other guys I could see break out in this ball game. I really hope Ja'Cory Barney has a statement game where he gets maybe over 100 receiving yards and says, hey, I'm here. We'll see about that. Vicious Shaver's another guy who really needs to play well, but my guy here, Carter Nelson. Let me know your guy in the comment section. Who do you think breaks out of guys who really, haven't gone the field? There's a guy. Let me know in the comment section who you think. Fifth and final game prediction before I get into my score prediction. This is going to be a one-score game. When we look back on the box score, it will be decided by 1 to 7 points. It will be one score. It'll likely be decided on the last possession. Listen, Indiana has such a good offense. I don't expect them to run away. Or they have such a good offense, but our defense is really, really good. For that reason, I don't expect them to blow us out, even though they're favored. But on the same grain, we're not going to blow them out because their offense is so good. Again, they're going to keep themselves in it. And our offense has too many question marks. So our defense is good. Our offense is a little bit of a question mark. Their offense is good. Their defense is a little bit of a question mark. For that reason, it is a one-score ball game. Can Matt Rhule step up when it matters the most? That's been a question in the last 2 years. He has not really had a big victory under his belt. This is a good opportunity. He gets a number 16 ranked Indiana team. We have not beat a ranked team in 8 years. Can he step up and win? We will see. Let's get to my score prediction. This would be Nebraska's biggest victory since the Mike Riley era. And it feels weird to say that because we're playing an Indiana team that is historically not very good, but they are good this year. Can we expose them? Can we get a big win for ourselves going into Ohio State next week, which will likely be on primetime television? Nebraska versus Indiana. Who gets it done? The Huskers do. 34-31. We're chugging the Kool-Aid today. I'm feeling good about this game, man. Feeling really, really good about it. Now, am I feeling great about it? No, but I'm feeling good about it. Okay, I like that we had a bye week. We're going to fix some of our special teams issues. I think Marcus Satterfield's going to fix some of his offensive ineptitude. Indiana, they're also coming off of a bye, so they're going to be fresh. They're going to be ready to go. But I trust this defense enough to slow down Indiana's passing attack. And I also think this offense starts to have a good day. Dylan Raiola has that breakout game. 34-31 is my score prediction. Offensive MVP, Dylan Raiola. I spoiled it a little bit. I think he proves that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Not just one of the best freshman quarterbacks. He's one of the best quarterbacks, period, in all of America. If not him, Jamal Banks, I think, has a really good day for the Huskers. He's been great the last 2 weeks. And on the defensive side of the football, Tommy Hill is going to be my MVP. This defense missed him these last 2 weeks. We play well on defense, but we've still missed him. He just adds another element. We need to shut down this passing attack. I think him coming back, again, as we're recording this, it's not confirmed that he will be back, but I assume he will be. I hope that he is back, and I think he will play very, very well if that's the case. All right, guys, that's my prediction. Nebraska gets it done versus Indiana. I could see this game go either way. Indiana's a good team. They're favored, but I just have a good feeling about it. We will see. Let me know down below. What is your score prediction for this matchup? Again, I will be going live after the game as always, so make sure to come back to the channel post-game for that live stream. Let me know in the comment section your score prediction. Hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.